prom season around here, or around the country. And I've been just reflecting on my daughter is going to be prom age one day. And some dude is going to ask her to the prom. And that, people, is the source of my problem right now. And this has been the source of my problem for the past week because, okay, let's just be real for a second. I know what happens at proms. I know what people go to prom expecting. I know what people went to prom expecting when I was 17 years old, and I know that expectation has only grown to a ridiculous amount in 2010. And it's very much like a wedding, but it's even more offensive than a wedding. You guys may have heard me speak about weddings before, about how I don't grasp how the father of the bride could ever be excited on his daughter's wedding day, because even though, you know, the father in this society right now, we try to trick ourselves into thinking that our children are not sexually active. Wait. We try to trick ourselves into thinking that our daughters are not sexually active. And so we go through this fantasy in our own mind, thinking that our daughters not only are virgins, but they're not even thinking about sex. However, on the wedding night, the illusion is demasked. So I'm saying that when my daughter gets married, I can't even imagine that dance, you know, the father-daughter dance, and that last dance before she's whisked off to her honeymoon. I mean, I'm going to be asking for seconds and thirds and fourths and fifths and sixths, because I know that the moment that they leave there, they're anticipating what's about to happen. And I know that when that dude is standing there looking at me and my daughter, he really can't wait to get her up to the hotel room on their honeymoon vacation so that he could quote-unquote deflower her. I know that's what the hell he's thinking, and that concept drives me nuts. Now, there's some comfort there for the father in that the person that you're having this problem with is married. There's some comfort there, but there's no comfort in a prom situation. Because this guy isn't marrying her. This guy doesn't want to marry her. The only thing this dude wants to do is to have a good night with her. And how does any father get over that? I feel like I have 4 years in order to stop this. I have 4 years in order to turn proms around. I want proms outlawed. I think that that's the route that I'm going to go. I would like all proms to be against the law, because there's nothing good that comes out of a prom. Nothing good at all. Let's see, if I were running a school, if I were the principal of a school, how would things go? Okay, I know a couple of things that I do. I would take all of the heterosexual students and I would make them choose as a prom date someone of the same sex. And this would go over, I'm telling you, very well, particularly with black men. Take black teenage boys, 16, 17 years old, and you make them choose as a prom date other boys. This will ensure no shenanigans are going to take place. None. Now, this won't be like the military's don't ask, don't tell, because we need to take guys who are, and again, I'm really more or less speaking now of black high schools, because that's what I associate with more. Black men who claim to be gay, we then put them with girls. And you might say to yourself, well, that's going to backfire, because the guys will just claim that they're gay so that they can go to prom with girls. No, not black guys. It's not going to happen. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. If you've never trusted me in your life, trust me on this. Black men who openly say that they are gay, believe them. Okay? That's not going to be a problem. So we start there. Then we have an all same-sex coupled prom. Only exceptions are for gays and lesbians. And they can come with one another. This is genius. This is brilliant. And it'll change the faces of proms all over the country. It might be a model that could be adapted around the world. I'm telling you, doing this will end all of these shenanigans on the dance floor. The bump and grind, gone. The problems of pregnancies taking place on prom night, gone. Kids taking their dates to the local Motel 6 and getting an adult to get the room for the kid, like my brother did for one of my friends at his prom, gone. You know, I'm amazed at myself, how I continuously come up with new concepts and new ideas. I'm amazed with my ability to come up with solutions to problems that have been plaguing the world for the last 6,000 years.